Hey dudes. Jonathan was wrong here, truth in the budget. So anyway, made a video yesterday and my phone, it's decided to delete it for no reason, like while I was recording it. I think it might have been because I had the cover off because my phone was, overheating because I was using it to message, which always causes it to super overheat. So it was running at like 140 something degrees, so I took the back off of it because they keep making these phones smaller, more compact with higher processing power, so then they can't cool off, which is stupid. Anyone who knows anything about electronics, the more powerful you make them, the more you want to leave some space and or create some air so they don't overheat, because heat is bad for electronics. None of this is really hard to wrap your mind around. But they're building these things to fail anyway, so we'll get friggin' shipped. Which is stupid too, because it's like if they're building these things, I don't know, people are dumb. They can't draw the connection between us not being able to like friggin', do anything correctly and like us, flawlessly doing the whole Pluto probe thing, which I feel like is being swept under the carpet because it's like really, 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 really dumb. So I don't know if that's in the news anymore, because they might have realized that was just, whoa, we're kind of biting off more than we can chew here. Maybe people aren't that dumb yet. Who knows though? There gotta be people out there who not only follow the Pluto probe, but are like really into it and think it's cool, and not like the dumbest thing they've ever heard, which is a shame because it's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. But I digress. It's not what the video's about. Excuse me. Now, I've heard from several parents, my own parents included, that there's this mindset of let kids, figure things out for themselves as far as God goes. Let them figure it out for themselves. And here's the thing that's damaging about that. And I really wish the other video stayed up, because I think I had a more succinct message. You know me, I don't like to do things twice. Well, all depends on what I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, it's like you're like, okay, let's give these kids a chance to make up their own minds about stuff, but they never hear the other side. All they ever hear is evolution and Big Bang, and you're meaningless and you're nothing. Dude, you gotta go, because I can't go right now because you're in the middle of the street. I don't know why people do that. Why people like stop in the middle of the street, like, and what? Like, what? I don't. What is your thinking? What is your thought process? I clearly can't go around you if you're in the middle of the street. Why would you stop there? Like, look over. What if I'm gonna hit you? I'm still gonna hit you. Like, what do you what? Why? Why are people so dumb? Oh, why do people do stupid stuff like that? Just pull the trigger. If you're gonna cross two lanes, don't stop. Take the two lanes going this way, lanes are going this way. They're stopped that way. Stop and look at me, to make sure that I'm stopping. It doesn't matter. If I'm not stopping, you're now dead. You'd be better off if you kept going and I hit your trunk. Idiot. People are so stupid. I guess it's true, because even the intellectuals, think that the whole Pluto story's real. Seriously, will someone look into the Pluto probe and then like put it in the comments that yes, I looked into it, and yes, that's one of the dumbest effing things NASA's ever said, except that Don Pettit, I would love to go back to the moon, but we destroyed that technology and it'd be very difficult to build back again. So now we're going to Mars. That's my Don Pettit what do you call those things? Mimicry, the thing with the, oh, hold on. Waiting to get a coffee. I can't tell if the person in front of me is male or female. The haircut. Oi! Yeah, the woman ahead of me had this like early like matte graining version of Bart Simpson style haircut. No idea what was going on. No idea. It's funny how something I've noticed about women is that sometimes like they'll get a haircut and then it's like that's the last haircut they'll ever have. Like, you know, you'll see like older women that have like 80s haircuts, and like they're not going retro. They just haven't changed their hairstyle in over 30 years. You know, see a lot of that. You know, a lot of 90s haircuts and stuff. Same deal. They're just, you know, pick a hairstyle, and that's sort of their like iconic hairstyle, I guess. You know, I don't know, whatever. All over the place. Look at this. I'm like 6 minutes in. I haven't even friggin' talked about anything. Anyway, so the thing about that, derp, is that these kids aren't hearing about God. They're not getting any information about God. No one's talking to them about God. No one sure as heck ain't talking to them about Jesus, which is clearly the most important thing. I mean, you know, look at who Jesus told his disciples to preach to. Did he say, go preach to the Gentiles? No, he said, stay the hell away from the Gentiles. They're going to murder you. You know, preach to the Jews. So the Jews need it too. You know, and they like need to acknowledge it. We all need Jesus. No one reaches the Father except through him. So he's the one that's being talked about at minimum. The only time you hear Jesus' name is when someone's swearing. Seriously. Think about that. And so, you know, parents are like, oh, let's, you know, even me myself, my parents were like that. They, you know, because my dad's a friggin', you know, new age, you know, he has no idea what the hell. I don't even know what he believes. It doesn't make sense. It's childlike. His vision of God is like the weakest God. I don't understand. It's a like I don't understand his concept of God. I don't know. He like grew up Catholic, completely turned his back on it because that's what Catholicism does. It either creates you know, atheists slash agnostics slash, you know, God haters slash whatever, or it creates, you know, stupid Pope worshippers, or just people who just say they're Catholic. Like, Catholic means nothing. Like, it's the weakest title. Like, you know, like I said from the whole online friggin' dating thing, like you go on there, it says Catholic, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a damn thing. In fact, you're more likely to see a picture of them in a bikini or something, you know, in their like, you know, 3 to 12 pictures or whatever that they have up. You know, like I'd like back when I was on the Christian Mingle, which I can't be on anymore because it costs money. And I'm too crazy for Christian Mingle, and I'm too Christian for like any like normal dating sites. I'm kind of friggin' screwed on that. But like on the Christian Mingle, anytime like the profile pic was a chick in a bikini or whatever, it was always a Catholic. I used to have a running gag. I'd be like, oh, Catholic, and he'd look and be a Catholic, because it doesn't mean anything. It is the most. It's one of the most lukewarm religion. It's more lukewarm than Buddhism. It's the most bullshit religion. It's so stupid. People, like, it does not mean anything to be Catholic at all. It's like a social group. You know, like you might as well be saying my parents are Catholic. If you say you're Catholic, you're basically saying my parents are Catholic. And then my parents are part of the Catholic club, so I guess I am too. But it doesn't mean anything, because none of those people like give a crap about Jesus or anything else. They feel almost like justified in doing like whatever the hell they want all the time. I don't even know. But anyway, so, you know, we tell the young ones, figure it out on yourself, which is dumb, and then we don't talk about God to them. So when these kids are sent out in the world to, you know, figure it out on their own, all they're given is scientism and not the other side. You know, they're not given truth or like reality. And if you expect someone else to give it to them, they're not going to get it. It's our job to talk to our kids about God and about Jesus. It is our job, because they're clearly not going to find out about it elsewhere. They're gonna think that they're monkeys and that they came from a massive explosion a billion trillion years ago. Because it doesn't matter, because they just toss out enormous arbitrary numbers all the time. You know, like people can see something like 100 billion light years away. Like, are you effing kidding me? Do you know how far away 100 billion light years is? I mean, come on. It's just all very stupid. So I don't know. It's just a shame. I don't think people are gonna figure out. Are gonna figure things out for themselves, because people don't. People aren't smart. People aren't. I don't know. So it's just like. It's just a sad state of affairs. And with that mindset of, let them figure it out for themselves, they're going to end up atheist, agnostic, self-worshipping morons. And that's what's going to happen. So you can't leave it up to them to figure it out for themselves, because all they're going to hear from everyone around them, everywhere, the television, other people, what have you, is going to be, scientism and just, BS. So that's going to be their only option. The only time that they're going to hear about God or Jesus is during some movie where it's like, look at that crazy Christian. Look at that crazy Christian person. And it's only a matter of time until they say that Christians are white supremacists too, because that whole alt-right thing becoming white supremacist happened during one BS fake interview. The thing with the supposed mother of the guy who had zero reaction. Did you see that thing? Well, I'm watching his cat. He said he was going to an Albright meeting. So stupid. I don't know what alt-right is. I don't know. So, sorry, I'm doing a little fanciness. All right, party. It's like the third time I dropped that cigarette. Anyway, yeah. So that's what you get. You need to. We need to inform the children, and it's not fair to them that we don't. Because what's going to happen. They're going to grow up not knowing God, and then when you try to inform them, you're going to have to undo years of programming. And it's difficult. I'd say most of the time it's impossible. People aren't strong enough. People don't have the willpower to break. They would just rather, eat from their feed bowl. Let's go, honey. Come on. Saunter across the road. Anyway, yeah, I made a better video yesterday, but it got deleted, so sorry. It's still an important enough point that I wanted to make a second video that is 3 times longer and half as impactful. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. Happened to me, happened to people I know. Didn't work out for anyone except maybe me, but it took me friggin' 30-something years to come around. So there's that. I haven't been a Christian for that long. It's less than 10 years, easy. I don't even know. Probably less than 5. If we're being I've been tightening up more and more. So when I look back, I feel like I was less and less of a Christian. There was things I was doing. Even having sex with my girlfriend. I decided I should stop doing that. The relationship didn't last much longer after that. Anyway, And yeah, it's like I said before, it's hard to date when you're staying abstinent. Blah blah blah. I love you guys. Sorry about the quality of this crap video. Yeah, have a beautiful day and God bless.